Some post for you, Poirot.
Mr. Hercule Poirot, you fancy yourself, don't you, at solving mysteries that are too difficult for our poor thick-head British police? Let us see, Mr. Clever Poirot, just how clever you can be. Perhaps you'll find this nut too hard to crack. Look out for handover on the 21st of the month. Yours extra, A, B, C.
Oh, it's some sort of joke.
Maybe, but please remind me to inform Chief Inspector Japp.
It's here, Poirot. The murder took place in this street. Grim place indeed.
Tout à fait, Hastings. The streets of Andover are in a terrible state.
Look, there's Chief Inspector Japp. He's talking with a policeman.
Let us try not to get our shoes wet.
Don't dilly-dally, Poirot.
Dash! A puddle! How clumsy!
Over here.
We took the...
So, Chief Inspector.
The victim is called Alice Asher. She owned this tobacco shop. She was killed yesterday with a blow to the back of the head.
At what time?
Let me just check.
Is Japp being too relaxed? Let us find the clues that prove it.
Indeed, Poirot. We were used to seeing you judge people with more discretion.
Japp is in a good mood. I bet he thinks he's already caught the culprit.
The last customer to see Mrs. Asher alive left her shop at 5:30. The body was found at around 11 in the evening by an officer doing his rounds. The shop door was open. That's what alerted him.
Had anything been taken?
A little tobacco maybe, but you'd hardly murder for a few smokes. There's nothing of any real value in the shop.
A husband?
Aha, Franz Asher, the husband. Alcoholic and violent. It's said that he regularly insulted his wife and threatened to kill her.
Do you think he's guilty?
We'll look for Franz Asher. If he doesn't have an alibi. Of course.
I'll be with you in a minute, Poirot.
The place is unusually tidy for... Nothing suggests any sign of a fight. It's not just any... Red liquid is oozing out. Is it blood? No, it's just some strawberries that are... It's not just any... It's open at the letter A. There are no prints on the board. The till does not appear to have been... Ah, a mechanism has just made a fan click. It would be best to examine the rest of the till. The till is full of money, but there is something strange. Something is hidden underneath. Something is hidden underneath. Something is hidden underneath. I need to find the code. I need to find the code. I need to find the code. This must be the key to the back of the shop. She has a packet of placed cigarette next to her hand. She just has one. The body is hidden. I can't see any. This poor woman's head is. There are cigarette packets in a mess on the shelf.
So, Poirot.
So, an ABC guide with no fingerprints, but prints all over the counter.
Normally, the tobacco shop does not sell ABC guides.
Exact. Mon ami, could you have a word with the neighbors? Some may have seen something.
Of course, my friend, I'll do it straight away.
The door is locked. The door is locked. The door is locked. There are cigarettes. The door is... The... This fruit and vegetables. This place is run down. This is a really cutthroat neighborhood. Anyone could have committed the crime. This is a really cutthroat neighborhood. Anyone could have committed the crime. Dash! A puddle! How clumsy. The door is locked. Blood. Did Alice Asher suffer? An inscription in German. Souvenir of our honeymoon in the Black Forest. To my Alice forever, Franz Asher. The Ashers were a lovely couple when they were young. What a strange box. This button appears to activate a mechanism. It is blocked. It is blocked. It is blocked. It is blocked. That should do it. Who is this young woman? To my dear Aunt Anne.
Have you found anything?
The victim has a niece. We must find her. This interior is very simple. Mrs. Asher lived very simply. It is blocked by... It is blocked by... It is blocked. Such a pretty decoration should be at the center of the motif to... I heard a faint sound as if something was unlocked. It is blocked. These drawings appear to be attached to the... These drawings appear to be attached... These drawings appear to be attached to the chest. These drawings appear to... Medicine. Laudanum-based cough medicine, Mrs. Asher, and Dover Morley Laboratory. It's strange to find such... From Mr. Adam Flint, Royal Bank, Eastfield Road, Andover. To Mrs. Alice Asher, 5 Bishops Road, Andover. Dear Mrs. Asher, further to your request of 12 February 1935, I have informed my superiors of your wish to apply for a loan to acquire the lease of the shop you rent from Mr. Fairfax. Despite the seriousness of your case, I regret to inform you that your request has been denied. The amount of your... Mrs. Asher's... Let us now try and... This poor woman's head. She has a packet of placed cigarette next to her hand. There are cigarettes packed. There are still some unanswered questions. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work. There are still... Let us now try and get our brain cells to work. The murderer deliberately left behind this ABC as a signature. The absence of fingerprints and the fact that it is open at letter A for Andover leaves little doubt. There are still some unanswered. Let us now try. Mrs. Asher was killed here. The motive is definitely not financial gain. There is no sign of a struggle, and the till has not been forced or emptied. I think I've looked every...
£4 a letters, a lovely large letters, 4 pence only.
This woman appears to be a smoker. She's a big smoker. She must have been a customer at the tobacco shop. Your strawberries appears to be rather soft.
Soft? The cheek of it. What are you trying to say?
Did you know Alice Asher well?
And for starters, who are you?
I'm Hercule Poirot, the detective.
You're foreign, that's for sure, with your accent and your odd way about you. And you're here about Alice's murder, I suppose. Well, I've nothing to say to you.
Did you speak to the victim yesterday?
No, I never saw her.
Please try and help me, madame.
Why should I help you? For your beautiful moustache? Heh. Come on, move along now. You're scaring away my customers.
Please, do not be ridiculous. I know that Alice Asher bought strawberries from you yesterday.
Well, you know more than I do, then. Run along now. I have work to do. Oh, you again?
A bottle of poor quality vinegar.
Strawberries, 6p a pound.
Hey, Poirot. Is the greengrocer causing trouble? I'll sort her out.
No, please, leave her, Chief Inspector. I'll get her to talk later.
I've found the victim's niece. She's waiting for you in the back of the shop.
Thank you, mon ami. I'll question her. The murderer probably pretended to be a customer.
I found the victim.
Thank you, mon ami.
You...
A bottle of poor quality.
Strawberries! Get your delicious strawberries here! £4 a lettuce! A lovely large lettuce! £4 only! Strawberries! Strawberries! Get your delicious strawberries here!
Jap had the body removed out of respect for the victim's niece. Is it? Red liquid is oozing. No, it's just some. It's not just any red. It's open at the left. There are no prints on. The counter is covered with fingerprints all on top of one another. Unfortunately, the counter is a grief sincere. She appears to be very upset. She's dressed in mourning. She looks fragile. Stop crying, please. It is very annoying.
You don't understand. My aunt was the only family I had.
Your aunt did not have any children, is that correct?
No. She was separated from her husband.
What do you think about Franz Asher, your aunt's husband?
He never left her alone. Poor aunt. She used to drop by all the time and make a scene.
You were not very surprised when you heard what happened?
Oh, but I was. You see, it was a nasty piece of work, but up until yesterday, it was just empty threats. He shouted a lot, but she wasn't afraid of him. Why, he used to slink away when she turned on him. He was afraid of her, if you like.
Your aunt should have asked for a divorce.
Oh, no, sir. My aunt had principles.
Well, your aunt's principal have led her to the morgue. Hastings, please see this young lady home. I fear that it's quite impossible to finish our interview at...
Poirot, what have you done? I've never known you be so brutal.
Mrs. Asher lived very simply.
We have to wait for him to sleep it off.
There must be some way of sobering.
I wonder what his wife used to do.
He's not in any condition to... He's not in any... It's Alice Asher's notebook. Bodley. The fruit seller has debts too. She will probably be more cooperative thanks to this piece of information. A box of new stockings. Medicine. Laudanum-based. It's strange to find such an... Mrs. Asher lived very simply. Mrs. Asher lived very simply. Mrs. Asher lived very simply. He's not in any condition to be questioned. I have to find a way to sober him up. Your fruit is rotten.
What? A foreigner dares to say that?
According to the victim's account book, you owed her £10 for tobacco and magazines.
That's a lie. She owed me £1, I swear.
Now, please be so kind as to explain this.
Look at my account book. Alice owed me £11 for fruit and vegetables. I may have had a slate at her shop, but she had one at mine. She owed me £1, and that reminds me I have to get it back from her niece.
That is quite enough. Your account book has saved you, but I might ask Chief Inspector Japp to throw you in the cells for 1 or 2 nights while he checks your entries. Do you want to go to prison?
Prison? Now that's not fair. I haven't done nothing.
In that case, I am counting on your full collaboration.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Listen, I didn't kill Alice, I swear. But it's true that I did go to the shop yesterday.
At what time?
6 o'clock. She left me a note saying she wanted some strawberries if I got some. I received them late, about 6. So I took them over to her.
But you did not see her.
She wasn't in the shop, so I just put the strawberries on the counter and left.
You were not alarmed?
I thought Alice had just gone to get her medicine from her room and that she'd be straight back.
You mentioned medicine.
Something for her cough. She used to take it a lot.
Who do you think killed her?
France. Her scoundrel of a husband. He was always after her for something. Well, he's a foreigner. Sorry, sir. What I mean is he's German. That's even worse.
Did you see Franz Asher enter the tobacco shop late yesterday afternoon?
Well, no. But at that time of the day, the streets are packed, and I have better things to do than watch her shop.
I'll just borrow your bottle a moment.
Take it. It's what Alice used to sober up her husband. But try not to empty the bottle.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work. Is not in any con... Mes amis, I can say without a doubt that poor Mrs. Asher was killed between 5:30 and 6.
Killed when the street was packed with people. That's rather bold.
I've been talking to the neighbours, and...
No one's seen anything? Or rather, it's anything and everything. Am I wrong?
No.
Bien. This man is in rather a bad state. This man has been fighting and he smells of alcohol. The priority is to question Asher. The priority is to question Asher. The priority is to question Asher. Nothing suggests any sign of a fight. The priority is to question Asher. I've finished with this subject. Care for a cigarette, monsieur?
What's that? Scented cigarettes? No thanks.
Bien. I was trying to be friendly, but you are quite right. Let us get down to business. You threatened to kill your wife, and now she is dead.
So what? You shouldn't take things so seriously, sir. Nothing but empty threats. We didn't get on all that badly.
So, if things were going so well with your wife, why did you not live with her?
She was the one that left. Nothing to do with me, sir.
Ah, women are flighty creatures. Did she run away with another man?
Flighty? You talk funny. One thing for sure, if my wife was seeing another man, I'd have given her a good beating.
Interesting. And what were you doing yesterday at the end of the afternoon?
Can't recall.
You had been drinking again.
The occasional slap, sir, that's all.
And you cannot even remember how you ripped the coat?
I got it stuck in a door.
Asher, look me in the eye and tell me that you were in a fight.
I'm looking. No, I wasn't in a fight.
You are right. Looking at the state of you, you did not defend yourself. So someone gave you a good beating.
A beating? No way. All right, he tore my coat and gave me a black eye. You see the state of him?
Very interesting. Who is the other that you struck?
Probably best if I tell you everything. Yesterday afternoon, I met Roderick Tanner. We'd bet on a dog fight together.
An illegal bet, naturally.
Yes, sir. Our dog won. Roderick got the money, but he refused to give me my share.
And you fought about it. What time was this?
In the evening, about 6, I think. We were on the other side of town. You see, I couldn't have killed my wife.
Asher's alibi appears to be confirmed. All the same, I'm going to call and check that he did have a fight with this Tanner on the afternoon of the murder. You can never trust this sort of chap.
One thing is certain, Asher was a ruffian who used to beat his wife.
But he is not very educated. It certainly was not him who wrote the letter signed ABC. Let's resume, Hastings. We know the murderer pretended...
I agree with you on that point.
And the murderer left an ABC guide as a signature. Therefore, it's likely he wrote the letter.
Indeed, but that doesn't explain why and how he did it.
You are quite right. Why he did it is a mystery. But as for... The killer enters the shop. Mrs. Asher turns around to greet her customer. The murderer asks her for some tobacco. She turns her back to him. He seizes the opportunity to strike her. He then places the ABC upside down before leaving. Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened.
Asher has a strong alibi and we don't have any other suspect. But what was the point of this crime?
She had no debts. She gave Franz Asher money regularly. She wasn't owed.
No doubt about it.
And
I hope you're wrong for...
Bien, let's go back to London. If we hurry, we should catch the 7:02 train. Are you coming?
No, unfortunately, I have to talk with Andover Police.
See you soon, then. Are you coming, Hastings? Let's go home. There's nothing for us here.
Well, do you have any idea about the killer's identity?
The crime was committed by a man of medium height, with red hair and suspicious eyes. He has a slightly... Mon ami, what do you want? You fix...
What shall we do, then?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Do not be so impatient, Hastings. The killer will...
I thought I heard the postman. Maybe...
I will go and see. It is not the right time. It is not the right time. It is not the right time. No doubt about it.
You're not going to get the...
Yes, yes, of course. Dear Mr. Poirot, we're having a crazy time. Best we... The next crime will be in Bexhill. We must warn Jap to Scotland Yard.
Did the letter...
To be honest, I think we can already guess something about the next victim. But I need to think about it a little more. Let us examine this more closely. Certain characters in the two letters may have similar defects. Let us examine the character. Yes, this I is weird. Yes, this I is weird. The W is not printed properly. The W is not printed properly. The W is not printed properly. Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual. Let us examine the characters in this word. Let us examine the characters in this word. Right. Let us compare this with the... The W is not printed properly. However, the characters in the two words... Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual. Let us examine the characters in this word. Yes, this I is weird. Let us examine the character. Let us examine the... Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual. Right. Let us compare this with the other letter. That's right. The A characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory. No, I have to find some... The W is not printed. Yes, this I... Let us examine the characters in this word. Let us examine the characters in this word. No, I already saw... I have to find... Let us examine the character. Yes, this I is weird. Let us examine the characters in this word. No, I already saw that the letter A was slightly off-center in the two letters. I have to find some other... No, I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory. The W is not printed. Let us examine the Right. Let us compare this with the other letter. Dear Mr. Poirot, well, what do you think? I believe we're having a crazy time. I don't see anything in particular. Let us look at another word. The W is not printed properly. Right. Let us compare this. Let us examine the Right. Let us compare certain characters in the... I don't see anything in particular. Let us examine the... Let us examine the... Let us examine the characters in this word. Right. Let us compare this with the other letter. I don't see anything in particular. Let us look at another word. Let us examine the characters in this... The W is not print. Let us examine the... Let us examine the character. Let us examine the character. Right. Let us compare this with the other letter. Let us examine the character. Right. Let us compare this with the other letter. Let us examine the characters in the... Let us examine the characters in this word. No, I already saw that the letter A was slightly off. I have to find some other similar defects. No, I have to find some... Let us examine the character. Let us examine the characters in this. Right. Let us certain characters. No, this character does not appear to have any defects. Let us examine another word. The W is... Let us examine the characters in this word. The W is not printed properly. The W is not... The W... The W... Right. Let us compare this with the other letter. Of course, the W characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory. Let us examine the character. Right. Let us compare this. No, this character. Let us examine the character. Let us examine the... Yes, this I is weird. Right. Let us compare. Yes, the I characters in the two letters do indeed have the same... My theory was right. These two letters were written with the same typewriter. Both letters were written on the same typewriter and show the same characteristics.
You surprise me.
But there is no... Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
So, Poirot, have you found something?
Oui, I believe so. But I am afraid it is not enough to stop the murderer. Let us go and see Chief Inspector Japp. I will explain there. Daily Flicker. To Scotland Yard, please. Japp has invested a great deal in his career. Japp is an investigator greatly respected by his peers. Japp appears to be snowed under. Japp appears to already be overloaded with work. My news is not going to improve matters. Bonjour, Chief Inspector.
Are you
I have compared the...
I suppose you think he's going...
I fear so.
Good God, Poirot. Bexhill is very busy at this...
Murderers often choose the same type of victims. We need to keep an eye on elderly women looking after shops.
I'm going to ask for reinforcements to be sent around small tobacco and newspaper shops looked after by a single person. Let's...
Bien.
You have a few days to prepare.
Thank you for coming, my friends.
Poirot?
Chief Inspector Japp, your call does not bode well.
Indeed, we have just found the body of a young woman on the beach in Bexhill.